New math.
We've all been learning to adjust during the coronavirus pandemic. Many of us experience a change in careers. Courtney's standing by learning ways to recover during this unprecedented time.
Yeah, a lot of people have been affected, obviously, by the pandemic in many different ways. This is the book called Career Choreography. It's by Ken Lindner. He is an author and also a career strategist, I like to call him. Good morning to you, Ken.
Good morning, Courtney. Pleasure to be on Good Day.
Oh, good to have you. Okay, so let's talk about the nuts and bolts of this whole situation, because the pandemic obviously has uprooted so many people. Either they've lost their jobs or they've had to completely switch their career path and pattern. But you say that there are ways to recover from it, and it's not as painful.
Absolutely. I am hugely optimistic, and I hope everybody out there will be as well. With vaccines being more readily available, with businesses on the rebound, with jobs coming back, this is the time to get off the mat and take some logical, constructive steps to get back into the workforce or into the workforce for the first time. And I would love to give you some steps if you'd like to hear them.
Oh, absolutely. And I noted in your book, you said that even the most successful designers take some counterproductive or ineffective steps. So your suggestions are going to be to keep us from doing those things.
Well, you know, Courtney, sometimes you have to take 2 steps backwards to take 5 steps forward. So if you've been laid off, this is your time to take stock of what you really want in your next job.
Okay.
What you love to do, what you're good at, and what you don't want.
Yeah.
And then make a list. I call it a clarifying list, because then it clarifies for you the kinds of things you want in your next job, what makes you special, which you want to articulate to a prospective employer. And also, if you start taking active steps like making a list, it dissipates the fear paralysis that some of us have, that stops us from getting going.
Yeah.
The other thing I would say, I would give you 2 other tips. One, stay in touch with all of the people with whom you've worked over the past years, because those are the individuals who know how good you are, who know your experience, who know your track record, and know the content of your character. Those are the individuals who might be able to hire you or can highly recommend you to someone who can hire you. My dad was laid off at 66 years old years ago. He kept in touch with all the individuals whom he had worked with. 3 years later, at age 69, a former buyer trainee of his who had become chairman of the board of marshals called him and said, "I'm starting TJ Maxx, a new company, and I'd like you to come back to work, Jack, impart all that knowledge that you have to us and work with us." That turned out to be, Courtney, a 30-year career. My dad worked until he was 99.
Get out
and
of here.
I think that shows that you can get back even in your 50s and 60s and have a long career.
Wow. This is fantastic. Again, the book is called Career Choreography. Ken Lindner, the author. You're on social media and Facebook and such?
Yes, and you can purchase the book on barnesandnoble.com and amazon.com and indiebound.com and local bookstores.
Fantastic. We'll link all that to our website, gooddaysacramento.com, under show info and today's date. Ken, an absolute pleasure. My co-anchor, Cody Stark, this is his contract year. He's hoping that maybe you can have a conversation with our news director.
It would be my pleasure. And by the way, one last thing, do what you love, do what you believe in, and do what you're great at. You'll be successful and happy.
Oh.
Words of wisdom. Awesome.
It's going to be
Thanks, Ken.
tough
Appreciate your
negotiation
time.
for
My pleasure. Thank you.
All right. I'm telling you, he's got all of the knowledge, all the know-how. He's
His
been doing it for
dad
years.
worked until he was 99.
99.
I plan on doing that here, but that's only like 3 months.